Oh, like the envisionment. Oh, we got a special guest. Special guest. Ziggy coming into the house. What's good? Actually, let me check the audio. Hello. I'm sounding pretty good. You want to get your headphones on? Oh, you have to get into the Rogan vibe, bro. This is a podcast. You know, Iron Man Chef Sam. Iron Man. That's what I'm going to put it as, too.
I can't.
Oh, you can't hear yourself? No. Give me 1 sec. Let me set you down. Hello.
Oh, there we go.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, we're hot.
Oh, we're hot.
Check.
All right. Do you want me to adjust your does my volume like do you need to be louder or anything, or are you good?
No, that's good. Right.
Feeling golden.
So you said it has to be direct.
Yeah. Well, it's like at least close to it, just because like there's some people that'll be like super far away, and you can tell. I don't know if you can tell the difference. You're like, oh, yeah, I can do an opera. I don't know. I'm a big opera guy.
Yeah.
No, I'm not at all.
He's not an opera guy.
We're just getting honestly. Where's the teas?
Oh, hold on.
But I was like, yo, we were getting so hyped up on tea. Yes, we had some tea before we got some tea. Real tea. We got plenty of tea. Yeah, actually, guys, this is actually amazing to have Sam on. This is our second attempt of doing the podcast. Having Sam on, thank you, man. Well, damn. See, my ADHD is like hopping everywhere because I'm like, I wanted to talk about the tea thing because we were talking about the tea, and the tea is you coming on the podcast and how much has been. Dude, oh my god. Anyway, okay. We're back, baby.
We want the Joe. Check.
Yo, you sound good.
Will he be messing up the audio?
No, he'll be good. If anything, it'll probably add like more views because of the dog. You know, everybody. Ziggy. No, it's funny. My cousin's sons. Well, it's Zael, but they call him Ziggy.
They call him Ziggy.
Yeah. Damn, I said it. Damn.
Twins.
Yeah, twinning. Yo, they twinning. No, Ziggy's a good name. I like that. But dude, but the tea. Okay, so this is the second time having you back on the podcast.
Yeah, cheers,
but like, yeah, cheers, man. What tea is this again? I forgot. Is this?
I think I gave you the peppermint, or no, candy cane.
Candy cane.
Shout out to candy cane.
Oh wait. Speaking of candy cane, how about candy corn? Are you a fan of candy corn?
I do like candy corn. I do like sweets. So I have a big sweet tooth. So.
Yo.
I don't even know which camera.
Oh, that one. That's the camera you look at. Yeah, that's the one.
I like sweets, but not too much.
Wait. So you have to like in between. Like, are you an Almond Joy guy? Are you a a white chocolate Hershey's?
I am a peanut butter M&M guy. So when I go on road trips, that's like my go-to snack. Is the peanut butter M&Ms.
Yeah. Really? Oh, dude, there's that.
And then I never know how to pronounce it, but the Ferrero Rocher chocolate. You know what I'm talking about?
The Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's like. But the chocolate.
Wait, is that the wait? Oh,
fancy kind. The ones that's like wrapped individually.
Oh, the ball ones.
Yeah.
Isn't that Lindor?
Like crunch.
Is that Lindor? Oh no! Oh no! Oh yes,
those are. We have some if you want one.
Oh dude, dude, I'm addicted to candy. That's not an idea. Yeah. Like talking about sweet tooth, like that's the same with me. Like growing up, like I don't know about you, but like damn, people in high school they'll remember this, but I literally brought a box of sugar cubes to school one day, and it was just like a fucking horse, just
a box of sugar cubes.
Yeah, diabetes definitely on the way.
Yeah, that's monitoring your glucose levels for sure.
As a kid already, not like we were drinking Mountain Dews, back in the day and stuff like that. But no, enough about me, man. Like, dude, again, the last time you were actually, I think this was just perfect timing because you were still going, you were training for your Ironman before when you were first coming out of the podcast, and now you are
somewhat, not enough, but yes,
really. And you say you still, you still did it though, and. Dude, seriously, because this is my first time seeing you since then, and dude, kudos to you, bro. Seriously, like that is like a remarkable feat of human experience. Like, well, actually, because I remember we talked about, like the percentages for marathon runners, like 0.01 in America who've actually ran a marathon. So like,
I want marathon. I know, Ironman is like, I think it's like less than 1%, which is like so weird. Like,
why would you say weird?
Well, I would think it'd be more, and I hope it is actually more.
Really?
Like the next few years, that people start catching on triathlons, and if you get bored with running, then you can switch it up and go to swimming, and if you get bored with that, then you can switch to cycling. And for me, I think I have undiagnosed ADHD, so it's nice to have 3 different disciplines to, kind of bop around to.
Because you were talking about it too, like when you just do a routine after a while, like working out, it kind of gets mundane and boring. So So I can imagine, like you said, just switching up. All right, I'm going to swim this week. Just focus on swimming.
Yeah.
Do your thing. So, I wanted to add, like, I'm surprised you thought that with the low number, just because it's like, maybe because you're so optimistic that you think everybody just wants to do triathlons. But it's just like, you have to think, man. Yeah, Ironman, like, who gets up and is crazy enough to do that?
Yeah. Well, me and a few others.
Like, what like, let me ask you, actually, like, what inspired, like, what even got you interested to do triathlons in the first place? Like, was there someone growing up, like, was this like goal, actually, the Ironman? Was it, I guess the better way to structure it is, was there, like, Ironman your goal when you were younger, or is this within, like, recent years, like, that you've been eyeing to do the Ironman?
Yeah. No, I think in high school, I remember watching a Ironman video, and it was one of those, like, motivational type YouTube videos, and I remember watching it, or I remember just hearing about Ironman, and seeing the videos and seeing just all these, like, the underground shot of all the people swimming across and biking for a long time and then running. And I thought, like, I'm going to, like, I can see myself doing one of those one day. And yeah, so recently did it. But it wasn't until I got involved with the local fitness group that they introduced me more so and helped me a lot with training for my first sprint triathlon, which is in Smithfield, Virginia. And the pool, the swimming portion was just in a pool. Okay. So it was like out and back. I think it was like, I want to say like 300 meters, maybe more. 10-mile bike ride, either 10 or 12, and then a 5K run. So very like light version. And so I got a lot of help through that, and then a lot of support from family and friends, and even family from Richmond and stuff came down. And it was awesome. Like, I had so much fun, and I felt like I absolutely overtrained for it.
Really? Overtrained? Why do you say, like, did you feel a lot more energetic at the end? Like, what was it that you say that
well, I got done with it, and like it felt like I have so much more gas in the tank. I didn't feel really super tired after that. I was like, okay, I could probably do another one of those, another one of these.
Really? So, like that? Wait, so what did you, so you didn't have a second wind at all? It was just from that first, like, jet of when the gun shot that you just maintain that energy? Like, because would you say, like, maybe, like, you just, the proper nutrients too, or is it just, you were just simply over preparing for it?
I think over preparing. Yeah. I trained with, another local triathlete, Ted Martinez.
Shout out to you.
And he showed me a lot for swimming specifically. And when I first started swimming, I would swim and I would not even put my fingers together, and so I'd basically just be straining the water. And he also, like, wasn't super experienced swimmer either, but was able to help me with a few tips and tricks. And then along with him, I've been able to meet other folks and stuff that got me into it.
When it comes to the swimming part, like, how much, like, for example, like, how much was your time changed just by the way you, like, your body positioning, you closed your, like, were you focused on time at all with your first, like, with training, or is it more just getting your body adjusted to that long, strenuous, continuous run and stuff like that?
Yeah, no, I was not focused on time. I haven't honestly really been focused on time at all for any of my triathlons that I've done. My two main goals that have been for all triathlons as well as running, eventually I might switch to time, but it's just to finish the race and to have fun. And I think that's really important, because in order to have fun, you have to take yourself seriously enough not to. And I think, like, you should totally enjoy the stuff that you're doing and not just completely hate your life when you're out there grinding at, like, mile 70 of the bike. You're like, going into the headwind.
Yeah, right. Well, actually, let me ask you, in your mindset, when you are faced with struggles and, situations like that, how do you uplift yourself? How do you get yourself away from the focus of the strain and the because, dude, like, but anyway, I don't want to continue on the question, but am I making sense, or you want me to rephrase that?
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I heard somebody say when they've fallen into that and feel that struggle, they just have to repeat to themselves, like, you love this, which sounds kind of weird, but I think maybe some people's brains are just wired differently inherently, or, you know, you can work your way up to like actually not in like a sadistic way, enjoying the struggle and like, oh, I love this pain. Like, not in a
don't be a BDSM person or whatever.
I mean, hey, no kink shaming here.
Yeah, no, right. Yeah, no, right. Yeah, continue.
But just thinking, you love this because, okay, what's the alternative? Laying in my bed, again, depressed, or just doing stuff that I'm like, I feel like I could be pushing myself a little bit harder. So just retraining my brain to enjoy it instead of wearing it like a burden of like, oh, I have to train today. And even though absolutely like training, if you stay consistent, which again for this half Ironman, I was absolutely not. If you stay consistent, you're able to, I guess, lock in. I know that's like a meme, like I just gotta lock in.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, that's one of the things. And then just the slogan that's kind of been on my brain for these past few years is movement is a gift. And so I think that's really important because a lot of times moving my body and moving our bodies, like it's hard and it's difficult, but just keeping the main thing, and being thankful that I even have an able-bodied and for the most part able mind to push myself through these things like anyone. And whether that's you walking out to the mailbox or you running your first or 200th marathon, realizing that it's all a gift.
And let me ask you too, Sam, like, because that, like you say, it's like you were talking about earlier, it's like it's a mindset. You have to like almost trick your mind to want the enjoy the pain. So like, is this something that you acquired? Like you realized you had that type of mindset of just you enjoy the exertive challenge mentally and physically, like, or is that something you had to adapt and learn over time? Like,
I think so. I mean, I think it's been like my whole life. Like growing up, I was always like the short kid, scrawny, tiny, you know, I would get called toothpick and pencil. And
I feel you.
All the things.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think at the time I was like, stop bullying me.
Yeah.
But looking back, I'm like, no, that's character development. And in small ways, a lot of people have it much, 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 much worse. But always being the short kid and the kid that's just like, you know, kind of counted out and stuff like that. I think that's given me my inner drive, and not in a way, I think I'm learning recently of I don't need to show anyone up. Nice flyovers.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It might pick it
Shout
up.
out to Virginia Beach.
Yeah, we're staying protected out here. That's for sure. Dude, I can't even imagine like being like a terrorist and seeing that, like hearing that overhead at night. I'm
terrifying.
like, yeah, nah, I had terrifying. Get it? Because they're like terrifying.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, if that answers, does that answer your
question? No. It's definitely, it's not as easy. It's easier said than done, right? You know, it definitely takes time. You have to go, you know, when people say they, you know, for example, if you know, careful what you ask God for. I'm just throwing this in there because this is how I'm understanding it. Is, you know, you ask for patience, and well, He's going to give you more opportunities to be patient. You know, He's going to put you through those gritty, you know, situations. It depends on how you decide. You're going to look at the positive or you're going to look at the negative of the situation. You know, and oh, bless you. Just a little sneeze there, a little sneezer.
He's on the wires.
Oh no, it's all right. He'll be good. All right, he's like, yeah, I love you, bud. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. I can't hype him up. He's the true hype man.
Yeah,
I do respect that. No, but like and I want to go back. So like, what was there in a moment growing up in your life that you challenged yourself? You didn't know if you were going to do it, and you got it done. And like, was that the spark that got you to increase your challenging yourself and doing these marathons, doing these triathlons, and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, I think in high school.
Hey, what's up, bud? I love
it. Got the buck from shout out to Buc-ee's. Not sponsored.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Hey, let's go. Shout out to Buc-ee's.
Shout out to Buc-ee's.
I haven't been to Buc-ee's. Still haven't been.
Dude, it's like Disney World in a gas station.
Really?
They have so many like different. It's like 1,000 smells once you walk in, and they got like so many different types of things. I got my roommate's socks and Ziggy some chew toy.
They have a gasoline fountain in the middle of Buc-ee's.
Yeah, it's wild. You have to bring your own tank.
Just how you feel. Yeah. Oh, look at all this gas.
Yeah, BYOT.
BYOT.
Yeah.
Bring your own gas.
Bring your own tank.
Oh, never mind.
BYOT. Bring your own task.
I confused the T and the G.
You know, English is hard.
Oh, my fault. I don't want to get So
we're both ADHD probably. So
no, I love. I'm just like. Well, I don't have ADHD. It hasn't been diagnosed. So you know what I mean, it's just like cancer. If you don't know, if it's not diagnosed, you know. Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind. Ignorance is bliss, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, just like you'll die anyway. No, but I'm sorry. I want to get off topic. But yeah. So what was there in your life that I'm looking back on? Like for example, my first real excruciating challenge was like doing whitewater rafting training for 2 weeks, like, you know, in the woods, so I can just every day do like things I never see myself doing in it. But so was there a moment like that in your life where it was like a huge obstacle and you're like, damn, I'm proud that I did it. I didn't expect to do it and I still did it through all the hardships. Like what was that first moment?
Yeah. No, I think the first hardest, like super hardest race was my first Spartan race in high school. Okay. There was a group and group from at the time my church that I was going to, and they had a dude in the group that was backing out last minute, and so they approached me and they're like, "Hey, you want to run a Spartan race?" And it was one of the sprint ones, so it was a little bit lighter.
Was that like a 3 mile one?
I think it's either it's I think a 5K.
Okay, that's so. I would love to do one though. That's because I did the terrain race, the Virginia Beach one last year. It's literally just called terrain race. Yeah, it was just but I would love to do something. But yeah, continue. So the Spartan race,
I think that was like the first hard race. Yeah.
That was your first race ever, like running anything.
That was like the first super hard race. Okay, but before that, I think it was the Color Me Rad 5K.
Where do they still do that anymore or no? I'm thinking of the rock and roll. That's what I'm thinking of, the rock and roll.
Yeah. I don't know if they do Color Me Rad, but I did with my sister, and she like flew past me at one point. And I was
really?
Like, no. I can't let my older sister.
Wait, so she's a runner, huh? She's a runner too?
She wouldn't qualify, I don't think, herself as a runner, or identify as a runner necessarily, but she runs and she's getting back into more running. And you know, again, my family, like, they're active in their own ways, but I don't think necessarily currently they'd refer to themselves as like a runner.
Oh, okay. I got you. I was going to ask if she's motivated you to become a runner, like if that was something that like he just wants to, he's like, drop the mic. Boom.
Dropping the mic? Nah, drop the buck.
Yeah, drop the buck. Oh, get it. Oh, that's a good.
Yeah.
Oh, nope. There we go. Yeah. It took me a bit. It takes a bit. It's been a while. I'm a little rusty.
Can I have that with me as I go around life and I say dumb jokes and just hit that?
Yeah, be like, hey. Yeah. No, but go back to the Spartan race. So, like, did you train for it all? You said it was last minute, though, right? Yeah,
last minute, and I slid into the dude's slot.
Oh, okay.
Slid into the dude's slot.
What's up, Ziggy? How you doing?
And there's actually a SEAL in the group.
A Navy SEAL?
Navy SEAL, yeah.
Oh, dang, okay.
And he was incredibly helpful. Okay. Because I was...
Was he an older?
Older guy, I guess. Yeah. I mean, at the time, I felt like he was ancient, but he's probably like in his 30s or 40s.
Yeah, ancient. People hearing that right now are like, "What?"
And I'm like, 28 now. I'm like, "Oh man,
yeah, I know, too old." Did I really call you old at the 30? I take that back.
And so they were like, "If you slide into this dude's slot, then that sounds weird. If you slide into this dude's slot, cut that out."
I'm gonna use it as a soundbite now. Yeah, I'm gonna have it. We're gonna be like, ding, slide into this man's slot.
Got him. Keep it moving.
Got him.
So,
sorry. So you slid into his slot. Yeah.
I took his place.
Oh, okay.
Because work came up, and he was more loyal to work than a race, which is fine. But they're like, if you take his position, then you get half off. And I was like, bet. I've always been a baller on a budget.
Yeah.
I've always been up for some type of challenge. Let's find out. So went with them, and it was so hard.
Where was this? Virginia?
That's a good question. I think it was in either Virginia or North Carolina. I didn't.
Okay.
We just like took a van out into the middle of nowhere. It felt like I didn't pay attention to really where it was. I just was like, I'm with this group, and I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm just gonna show up. You know, like Nurk. Shout out to Barry and Mike.
Yo, the F up. Yeah, I was seriously, shout out to North End Run Club. That's when I go back on one of these Tuesdays, I'm gonna reach out to them and see if they want to do the podcast too. Yeah, I've been thinking. Kean's like, yeah, you should. Kean, shout out to Kean. Seriously, everybody. Honestly, again, I just love the community because it's so. And I got to meet you, man, and seriously, and seeing you accomplish this feat, dude, it really is motivating because I'm like, dude, like. I mean, shit, he thinks I'm cool. That means I might be like worthy of being able to do this shit. You know what I mean? But let me ask you. So like this, what were your first like you got to the Spartan race, so you drove there. Like, did you have any like hesitation in your mind on the drive there? Like, were you just more excited were you more excited just to do it? Like, what were you like? Explain to me like everything, like every moment, the emotion. Like,
I really don't know. I don't think I was thinking. Shocker.
Just get it done.
Just get it done. Yeah, I don't really remember feeling much other than excitement. And this is like a fun event to do because I looked up Spartan races and you're like jumping over fire and like going underneath.
I didn't know about the
barriers in the water and like, throwing javelins at targets and, grabbing sandbags and stuff like that. So I didn't really know what to expect, and I kind of knew what to expect. So I was mostly excited and it was hard because if you can't do an activity, they force you to, not force you, but they basically you have to do burpees. So at one point there's like a super heavy, I think it was like 80-pound or 100-pound ball. And at the time, like, I'm 80 or 100 pounds myself as like a 16, 17-year-old.
You pick up his whole body.
And I can't pick it up. So I'm doing burpees like left and right through the whole thing. And I remember very, very specifically, I think his name, well, I don't know if I should say his name, but the SEAL was like, I had the sandbag and he was just like, keep your head up, like keep going. And got my dad's crying eyes. So that was helpful. In more ways than one.
Yeah.
And I think I've been able to keep that mentality.
Are you still talk to this individual or?
I don't actually.
Really?
No, no, it's been a few years, but he really.
I think. Oh, I thought you farted for a second.
Same here, Ziggy.
Oh really? Oh really? Oh okay.
Driving. He's like, emotions make me sick. So
he's like,
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, I'm allergic to emotions.
Yeah, right. I'm a man.
Yeah, he's like, what is this? We don't cry.
We don't cry.
Get our back in sweat. There. Yeah, our eyes sweat.
Like Tyler, the chance of meatballs when the cop is like, if there's like one tear, and he's like, get back up in there.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking too, dude. I'm glad we have the same minds. Just like ADHD, we just, berries. The berries.
Yeah.
The berries.
Yeah. Berries and cream song, if you know, you know.
Berries and cream. Yeah. Okay, we'll let them figure it out. Do your research.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, well, so let me ask, so is it just life that you haven't reached out to this individual or just?
Yeah, well, I haven't thought. I just lost contact. Life moved, and then, the church that I grew up in, I distanced myself and started looking in other areas around 18 or 19. And I think I had a lot of, I'm now in a space of like a mentality of take the good, leave the bad. And a lot of things that specific church did not do well whatsoever. And I think also there's a lot of really fun memories and a lot of like really great people that I have now, I think, come to respect. 'Cause I think like we all, I need to be, I like to say I judge judgmental people. And basically meaning like I need to judge myself first. And, so anyways,
don't overjudge yourself though. We know how ADHDers be, we overthink too much.
This is true. I need to do probably less thinking.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know about you, but I think a lot about my heritage, when it comes to my actions a lot. And I'm like, are they proud of me? Am I worthy of the blood, the lineage, am I, all the sacrifices they made to where, so I don't know if that's something you think about when you do these things, when you're that kind of motivates.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That absolutely has factored in recently. I mean, I think the two biggest people that I have always been thinking about really.
Ziggy's just been the MVP. I love it. No, but you
are probably of my of past grandpas. He's like, I want to play.
I know. Not now. We'll do after, all right? Have your Bucky's chew toy.
Take your buck.
My armpits. Yo, he keeps smoking my armpit too. Like, yeah. We're having a serious conversation.
We're trying to cry.
Yeah, we're real men. Dang it. Real men. He's like, he's good. You want to sit down for me, bud? You want to sit down? Good boy. Here's your buckies.
So yeah, I think with family, like there's a lot of hard things that my family has gone through. You know, whether that's cancer or losing loved ones or, you know, car accidents that have been really, really hard. Mm-hmm. But I think specifically more recently, for some reason, I've just been thinking a lot about my grandfathers, both my dad's dad and my mom's dad. One started a internet company selling software, I think, in like the 70s or 80s, which was like pretty advanced.
Wow. No, exactly. Back then, too. Yeah, because... Damn, when was...
Yeah, I mean, it was like the 70s and 80s when like the internet was not a thing, and doing that kind of like technology type work.
Were you able to talk to hear his story and stuff, like building the company and his experience, like the whole...
A little bit, but not really. I mean, he was like the strong, quiet type. Like he didn't... And
he didn't cry.
My grandparents, he didn't cry. He never cried. His eyes sweat. He was always cutting onions.
Yo, that'd be funny. His wife, your grandma, just always cutting onions conveniently when she sees it.
Yeah, right.
Oh, it's just the onions, honey. Don't worry.
Yeah. So I think those guys were absolutely like they're legends in my mind.
Yeah. No. So sorry. So your grandfather, that was from your mom's side that built the company, or was it your dad's side?
My dad's. Yeah.
And so like, are they? So what about your mother's side? Like, what made you think? What made you like think of them recently more? Come on, Ziggy. Ziggy just wants to be a part of the podcast. He's like, y'all are having too much fun, and I have to be a part of this right now. Oh, there it is. But there's the Bucky shout out. There we go. So, like, why have you been thinking about them more recently? Is it just a lineage thing?
I don't know. I really can't explain stuff. I think Ziggy.
We'll keep doing this. We'll keep doing this.
We'll go outside. I can.
Oh yeah, you can. I can do it because it's right. You're going to put them out back here. Yeah, I'll do it for you. Oh, you got. Oh, okay. We'll be right back in the matter of 2 seconds. We got the mascot going outside to get some fresh air. No, he knows. Yo, it's like he knows. He's like, bro, it's cold out there. Yeah. He's like, no. He's like, I know your tricks, humans. I know your tricks. All right, we'll keep. Excuse me. Yeah, I guess we'll. Hey, as long as you can relax, Ziggy, right there, perfect. But okay, so. Oh, I mean, I lose track. So
yeah. So just thinking about them and thinking like, not like I need to carry the torch or something, but I think it is, there is some weight to carrying on what, like all of our ancestors and all of the struggle and all of the pain and all of the difficulties and all the challenges that they've had to go through in their life to then even for us to even be sitting on this like couch in this house right now. So keeping that in mind and not like I need to prove to them that I can do stuff. But just as I've gotten older, I think I've realized like, man, they were just 2 men on the planet as well and just figuring stuff out. And and so the other grandpa, he was a Navy pilot and got shot at. And literally actually recently at the Ironman, my parents went to go see his actual plane in the Naval Museum.
Really?
And we're able to track it down, which was pretty awesome. I was completely dead from the Ironman, so I didn't end up going. Yeah.
But at least now you know anytime you go, though. You know, you'd be like, hey, anytime you're dead, we're like, hey, now I know exactly where I need to go.
Yeah. And they sent me a picture and just to see like the cockpit and just thinking like, dude, my grandpa was in there and he was like I guess a transport, so he wasn't like necessarily like
that's so
military,
dangerous.
but like, you know, his plane got shot at and you know, his
what war did he
incredible. Vietnam.
Wow. Yeah. No, but dude, that's still dude. War is war, man. I don't give a damn. Every part. No, I don't want anyone to go to war, but you know,
scary. I know.
Especially Vietnam, man, because you mean think about it. We had no really part in what was our just to stop communism. Really, there was really no other benefit to it. You know, we just lost.
I don't know. I need to do more research. I'm
actually
pretty ignorant.
No, well, he's like it's just. Not ignorant. It's just, you know, I don't know. It just does not as big as an interest in your right now. You know, that's how I look at it. Because I love, you know, I mean, I feel like Vietnam War, I think recently since now, actually, I had, shout out to Andrew Biggio. He's one of my previous guests, episode 101. He interviews World War II veterans, and now what his perspective is now since World War II, a lot of, because our big thing, growing up, I don't know about you, World War II is just the big thing because it's, heroes, all this. But now I think what he's seeing is a change in focus on Vietnam veterans now and their experiences, because now that the World War II veterans are dying off, it's like, all right, like, well, there's so much about Vietnam we don't even know, there's experiences and, and any war, there's so many tragedies and things, and, actually getting to hear that. Were you able to actually like talk to your grandfather, or did he pass away young, like when you were young, like, or either of them? Like, did you get really like, sorry, I'm like, blah, blah.
No. Well, one grandfather, he ended up getting Alzheimer's and was in a care center for, I think, maybe about 15 years or so, 10 to 15, around there. I could be wrong about that, but he was in there for a while. He wasn't like a week.
Yeah.
So that was like, they say Alzheimer's is like the longest goodbye, because like the person that is just slowly slipping into not the person that and it's like, it's so sad, but it brought our family together in ways that was really, really helpful for unifying us, and that actually ended up assisting in other family stuff. And then my other grandpa, the Navy pilot, I think he passed also away from cancer that was from the Vietnam War.
Agent Orange or whatever?
Something like that, yeah.
Isn't that crazy? We still have like Roundup and like Bayer and those companies. I guess Roundup because Bayer is a company that made Agent Orange, and they still are, because I guess Roundup, the brand they make, is like it's banned in 38 other countries, and we still sell it in America. But it causes, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that's not great for our health.
Like this air.
Have you ever been to Walmart?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No offense to Walmart.
I need these sponsorships, dang it. I have like a Walmart shirt on, like a greeter shirt. Stop it.
I actually don't want Walmart to sponsor me. No offense.
They're great prices.
Great prices for chemicals.
Yeah, right. Yeah, literally. Oh, that's a big wake-up call, too, is health. And actually, talk about going back to Alzheimer's is, I've heard some doctors say it's stage like 3 diabetes, because they're starting to connect it more with like the sugar intake and like on all this. Again, I'm not a doctor, but these are things I've overheard. I'm a doctor in Mario baseball. I'm a pro at that. All right.
PhD baby. Yeah. Well, yeah. No, I mean, Alzheimer's, like, literally, I don't know if you know, but like literally your brain is like they're literally losing your brain. Like there's neurons that get coated or with plaque. So basically, the neurons in your brain get coated in plaque.
Really? Wait, like tooth plaque? My tooth plaque gets in my brain?
Essentially, yeah. No, but it's plaque that comes into the brain somehow, and I think that's probably chemicals and other stuff that coat the neurons, and then it just essentially, from my understanding, suffocates the neurons and kills them. Damn. And like literally, you can compare the brain from a normal brain to Alzheimer's brain, and the Alzheimer's brain is smaller than a regular brain. So literally, like, and I remember like writing a big research paper about this, but like people are literally losing their brains. Like that's what Alzheimer's is, and it's awful. So
is it like, and that's the thing, is it's like I wonder what. Well, again, I don't know any research or how far they've come with preventatives or ways to help, but I truly can't imagine I have a few friends who've dealt. Obviously you're one of them. But it's just that I can't. That pain is to see someone you truly love, and I give you strength, man. That's I send my love to your family, because it's not easy, but it's it's just. But like you said though, it's good because it also brings you together stronger, like your family. It brings the bonds closer, and like remembering how grateful you guys are to still have your family, to be loving. I don't want to put words in your mouth. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Of course, fuck Alzheimer's. All right, but
you heard it here first, folks. And cancer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fuck cancer too.
Facts.
No, but I think people though are waking up a lot more. It's like going back to Walmart and their chemicals. I think it was Bobby Kennedy was saying we're the #1 in the globe for chronic diseases, and
not shocking, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a statistic we don't want to be #1 in. All right, like
we're the best.
Yeah, around. Yeah, diabetes gonna get me now. I'm the best.
He's out of breath. Exactly.
Oh yeah, okay. Because I know we are shorter on time, but I want to kind of hit did you do a half Ironman or no? You just did the full Ironman, right?
No, I did a half.
You did do the half, and then the full.
I started out with a sprint. It's their shout out to ET, Great Fitness Adventure.
ET like the alien.
Yeah.
ET trained you.
ET. Yeah. So I did that, and then moved on to like the next level, which is Olympic triathlon, and then did half Ironman, and then went back to I think sprint, and then maybe one other Olympic, and then the full. So I've done a few, and I feel like this is just the beginning for me, but I don't want to jinx myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would you jinx yourself? What you're gonna do?
I think like words have power, and so I feel like this is like I'm just beginning kind of my athletic career, but I feel like it could easily not be a career, and I'd be completely okay with that. If it's just a hobby, cool.
You know? Hey, no, and exactly, and actually that kind of answered my question that I asked you before the episode was like, oh, like what's your next goal after doing an Ironman? Because you know what I mean, because as far as I know, like that's like the highest like physical. Well, there probably is another like. Actually, I think there's like the Ultraman or something like that. That one guy did. He's like, fucking, we'll have to look.
Yeah.
It up
Well, my buddy, I haven't met him personally in real life, but my Instagram buddy Matt Scaletti, shout out to him. He's a savage.
Matt Scaletti.
Scaletti savage.
Savage.
He did. I think it was like it was either 3 or 5 Ironman in one over the course of like a few days.
Wait, what?
Like,
wait, 3 or 4 Ironman?
Yeah,
like
he's been on American Ninja Warrior. Like, just overwhelmingly positive dude, and he actually had a lot of great encouragement for me right before the Ironman. That honestly fueled me right before the Ironman. It was exactly the words that I needed to read from him. So, shout out to Matt Scaletti.
Do you remember off the top or?
Yeah, he texted, "This is 10,000% your time." And I wasn't feeling confident going into this full Ironman. I know I did not train well as well as I should have, due to mostly my mental health. I got just, again, bad depression, had to step away from my job to focus on my mental health. And yeah, completely did not train as thoroughly as I absolutely should have for my first biggest race of my life. But still got her done. And, thankfully, again, just support of my family and support from, some coaching program. Shout out to Crush Endurance. I was able to get through, but seeing that text like the night before the Ironman, I was like, I've already made it this far. Like, either I can wimp out and defer it, even though I missed the defer window, because I didn't know it's 45-day deferral window.
Oh, really? What, from the event?
Yeah, so you have to defer it to next year if you're not feeling ready, 45 days before an Ironman, at least that specific Ironman.
Okay, gotcha.
And I could have probably pulled strings, but I was like, I signed up for this, and I'm tired of trying to make goals in my life, and then, letting fear win or letting doubt win, or I'm not ready, or it has to be perfect. I'm at least going to try. And if I fail or I don't finish it, that's okay. Like, the world's still going to turn if Sam Broughton doesn't finish this Ironman. Like, it's okay. But I'm going to actually show up, and I'm going to try my best. And that's what I did. And my 2 goals were to finish and to have fun. And again, seeing that text from Matt would just put even more fuel in my engine. But still, along with that, feeling very nervous, not super confident. I don't know how my body's going to react after. I've biked over 100 miles a few times, but I don't know how I'm going to find it within myself and within these goo packets that I am sucking down to give me the energy. So shout out to my mother. Mom, she cooked amazing, delicious foods beforehand on a very limited Airbnb kitchen. Oh. So shout out to my mom.
Mama will always support.
Mom wins.
Yes, of course.
Well, Dad wins too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
That was beautiful. No, it was beautiful. It was so funny too, because I was gonna go into nutrition like when it comes to that too, because it's like like, do you carry a lot? You don't carry a lot of stuff with you, or do you have a bunch of stuff in your bike, like a pouch or anything there? Like, like how? Actually, yeah. Explain to me your plan. Like, how, like you sit down. Like, did you draw a plan? Like, all right, and then you told your parents, hey, meet me at mile 15, mile boom, boom, boom. Like, how was that? Explain to me.
Yeah. Well, originally I was gonna go down with a another lady from a run club who was taking on again her first task of an Ironman. So she's like, I have an Airbnb. Again, also shout out to Gina. She was going to get an Airbnb and was like, I'm getting grouped together. You can stay. If you need your bike transported, I'm going to be renting a van. Like, all will be fine.
Oh, wow.
Well, she had a lot of hard things happen in her life that prevented her from, like, very substantial reasons to prevent her from, she just had, like, family she had a passing in her family. Yeah. And it was very hard for her. And so she had to make the judgment call. Okay, do I press on and do this or not? So she backed out. And so that also left me a little bit of scramblage. So I ended up riding all the way down to Florida with my parents in the same car. Like, as a 20-year-old man, like I've never actually taken a road trip that long. I don't think.
Really?
With my parents.
How long is that? What, like a 18-hour?
I think it's like 12 or 13. We stopped halfway and I don't know. I kind of zoned out in road trips, but we stopped along the way, and stayed at like hotels, and then kept
and you stayed at your local Buc-ee's, right?
Stayed at your local Buc-ee's.
You got yourself a nice Buc-ee's tent.
Yeah, I think it was Tennessee, or maybe Georgia. I don't know. All the states blend together, but one of the states along the way is down south.
All right, damn. That was your first long road trip like that, really?
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. I love road trips. I grew up like my family was all road trips.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I used to live in Mass, and then we would road trip down here to see family.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a 12-hour drive. We were just all crammed like sardines in a van, dude. 12 people, literally.
Now are y'all a like hold your bladder as long as you can type family, or like scenic view and
I kind of hold the bladder as much. It's like. You can only do so much when you have 6 kids and it's so. But
wait, are you one of 6?
Oh no, it's just like because it's like so our group would be like my grandfather, my vava, and then it would be my mom, my uncle, my sister, me, and then my uncle's kids, which would be his son, and then his girlfriend's daughter. Girlfriend's son. It was just kind of like a bunch
rolling deep.
Yeah, no, dude, my family, dude, we were family, like
family on family.
Yeah, dude, my family, like
rolls deep.
How's it? Yeah, what about you? Is it like how was your family, or like were they very close? Like were you guys very close growing up? Like how was your family, like relationships and stuff like that?
Yeah. No, we were. I think for the most part, all pretty dang close growing up. We still all enjoy, for the most part. I can only speak for myself. We all enjoy hanging out with each other. Because I have 5 older siblings, so I come from a big family. Yep.
Oh, you're the youngest sibling?
Yeah, I'm the baby.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
we get it easy, apparently.
Yeah, right. You're like, I don't know who said that. We're just good. We just have good. We got the best like genes out of all of them. That's why they fucked up the first 4, and then they made you.
And then finally, I don't know. We got it easy, but we're also the black sheep. But
you're right. It's always funny you say that because it's like we be doing the most wild like adventure, like you're doing Ironmans and stuff, or like they're like, what the heck? How you doing this? Like, well, I have to like do something.
I face a lot of character development. Thank you.
Literally, you're like, damn, I gotta have some attention. Like, I gotta find a way.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I'm really interested in like the differences of where like kids fall along the families. I don't know if it's like actually scientifically and psychologically accurate, but it is interesting. It seems like generally speaking, the youngest sibling is like the most adventurous, even though like, my siblings have gone on to do like really cool stuff and travel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In their own respects, I've just kind of taken like the athletic route and been like the runner of the family.
That's funny.
But I hope that's changing.
Someone had to do it.
Someone's gotta.
Yeah. So you have to carry the torch, as they say.
Yeah.
No, but that's like that is a good question though, because I never. I always heard the black sheep and stuff like that, but like like the. I don't know. We'll have to look up some statistics or something. Go on Wikipedia.
Yeah. Well, I think like middle kids also get that and stuff of like feeling overlooked, and I think in some way, shape, or form, like we're all the black sheep of our family. Like it depends on, just our internal landscape of ourselves, I think, ultimately. And also like teenage angst.
Yeah, that's
like no one cares about me. Maybe they do.
Yeah, that's funny you say that because like
your brain's not receiving it that way.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like we all have in some sort of way. I guess I don't want to assume or put a blank statement on people. It's just like that main character syndrome. I wouldn't even say. I feel like you're just like, oh dang, like why you have your perspective skewed when you're younger, and then as you get older, you start to open up your mind more and understand what, like for example, my parents getting divorced. I'm like, oh, well, Mom, why'd y'all leave? Why, you know what I mean? But then realizing like, hey, things just don't work out. You start to, humanize and understand more as you grow.
And I think I also had maybe more of built-in attention because I was born super early. I was born 3 months early, so like severely premature. I like to say I only loaded to 66% in the womb.
Oh, that's funny.
So with that, like I was, in the NICU for at least 3 months. And shout out to CHKD. I need to circle back to y'all. But I think that also was like a thing because like my mom almost died. I almost died. Like super traumatic stuff. And I think that also was like.
How old was she?
She was, or my mom was, she lived.
Yeah, no, it's just like, wow, like, you know what I mean? Damn. Like,
yeah. She was, I think in her, like, so I'm 20 now. So she was like early 40s, maybe late 30s.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Wow, but that's cool. So was it just like complications in the what had made the. Like you just said, nah, I'm tired of the womb. I'm out. Get out of here. I'm out this bitch.
I've always had issues finishing things. Projects. Don't take that out of context.
No.
Please don't. Canceled. Sam Broughton. Canceled.
Yeah, canceled. No, if anything, ladies would love that. They're like, what? It's a challenge for them. If anything, no, but dude, no. ADHD, dude, I feel you. Oh, dude, it's so like I feel you so much because it's like I'm on. Dude, that was and that's why like I actually have like I'll keep a little notepad like on
smart.
And like every morning like I'll make like a daily like notes like all right, what do I want to get done today and check off and so and that's what helps me with my ADHD. So I know exactly what you mean by like I need to finish this. Like even like a bunch of my old artwork, I never finish. I'm like, dude, I need to finish my shit.
Yeah, I'm like, I need to like just trash this and move on to the next thing, or move on to like one goal. Just do one goal and try your best to focus on that instead of 40 small goals and bouncing around. And so I think. I might look into medication for that, but
it's hard.
I'm a holistic guy, so
yeah. Oh, it's. I tried Adderall for the first time, and dude, that kept me up till like I messed up. I didn't realize like it was like a 20 milligram like long extension. I guess.
Oh boy.
I took it at I guess 11 a.m. was too late. And dude, I was up till 4 in the morning. At 4 in the morning, I was like, what the heck is this?
Brother, I'm focused on not sleeping. So how did you feel?
Honestly, I just less cluttered. Like my mind was like, again, like the ADHD, like I feel, I know you can understand, like it's just, your mind's racing like 100, like there's so many ideas, like you focus on one thing but another thing interests you, so you're like, oh, they had that, and you're like, oh wait, no, I gotta do it. And like it just felt more, my thoughts were coming more slowly, more precise, clean, and it's not overwhelming where I can actually sit and develop more of an idea and thought on something instead of just not finishing it a thought or idea. I would hop to something else, so if you definitely understand.
It struggle is real, and I think there's a lot of like factors that contribute to that, like iPhone use, and I've been trying to get more into teas, specifically uncaffeinated teas.
Why specifically uncaffeinated?
Because my sleep schedule has been botched for like 28 years. I've had insomnia.
Wait, so you're a night owl? Oh, okay, so you're a night owl.
I am a night owl. I think that's what I naturally bend towards, but I can slowly, and I think that's what's happening is I'm slowly kind of forcing myself to be more of a morning person. So, and that is actually helpful too, because if you're able to slowly like cut back and wake up at 9 and then wake up at 8 and then wake up at like 7:40 and then, bump it back, then you're way more tired at like 8 or like right now it feels like 10. Well, that's 7:45.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, that I was
feels later.
Yeah, no, but it, especially, this daylight savings has definitely made a difference. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, what the heck? Looking out the window, I'm like, wait, Is it really 5 o'clock right now, motherfucker? Holy shit.
It's so dark.
Yeah, but no, that's awesome, man, that you have that discipline to do that, you know what I mean? Because it's just, you know, some people just, you know, keep the same schedule, be like, let's try something else. And do you see yourself being more productive that you're waking up earlier? Like, what is it, do you see benefits that you were enjoying so far since you moved your schedule, or working on moving your schedule so far?
Yeah, well, I have, for years, the mentality of like just trying to get comfortable doing uncomfortable things within your own emotional and mental bandwidth. I don't think you should, like, again, not in a sadistic way or like self-detrimental way, push yourself too hard. But for me, like, when it's cold outside and when it's still dark outside and my bed is so nice and cozy and the alarm goes off and it's like, all right, either I hit snooze again and crawl back into my little womb of warmth. Or, yeah, hit snooze, turn that light on, and just get moving. So I've learned, you know, again, with multiple things, and it ebbs and flows. Sometimes I sleep in, sometimes I don't. But doing things that your body necessarily, like, you know, either you choose comfort or you choose growth, I would argue. And it's up to you to make those types of decisions in your life. And those could be tiny, tiny, tiny decisions like, I probably shouldn't have that shot. Or, like, at least for me, like, I know I want to go to a party and I want to have fun because fun is like a core value of mine.
Yeah.
But is this a decision that is good for my specific long-term health? And if the answer is like a maybe or a no, then don't do that thing.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But that's really hard to train this brain because my brain loves dopamine. And again, I think we've talked about this in past years of partying and, you know, staying up into the wee hours of the morning and stuff like that. So again, just retraining my brain to, I think, slowly shift more so into like a morning bird instead of a night owl.
Actually, I said, because you're 28, right?
Yeah.
You're 22. Okay, yeah, I think you'll definitely just say, I feel like, because I talked to a couple people, and one person, they were like, you know what, they were in their 40s, like, honestly, I loved being in my 30s, because in your 20s, you're still figuring out who you are, you know, what you want in your life. And now as we're getting closer to our 30s, we really start to know who we are and what we want to become. And, you know, you're like, hey, I don't want to have that extra shot. I want to be able to, you know, sleep early, wake up, do my nice run in the morning, that's the lifestyle I want to do, you know, instead of, I don't know about you. I feel like when I was younger growing up, I would be a people pleaser. So I would do things like go out to parties, even though I was like, I'm not really a big party. Like, I like having fun. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, but I just wasn't that big. So, but anyways, yeah. So I feel like now you're getting into your 30s. It's like, all right, now you're establishing like your life structure from here on out. Yeah. If I'm making sense.
No, that makes complete sense. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it's like, I kind of picture like, you know, when like if you have a carpet and then it gets kind of like frayed at the edges. Oh, yeah. Like, I feel like, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, you get more refined in your decisions and your choices, and you realize like, oh shit, all of these tiny, tiny decisions actually all add up. And either I'm like investing into myself in a helpful way that then will set me up to help other people and invest in other people, or I'm totally not investing in myself and I'm just like, you know, willy-nilly out here, like still partying. And I'm like going to parties at like 40 years old. Like, I try my best to be a judge-free zone. Whether that's possible or not, maybe it's not. But like, I'm not trying to be 40 or 45 and still being in parties and like not using my time to invest in people and myself. And, you know, hopefully one day in a family, but you know, just those small decisions I think add up. And I think in my later 20s now I'm like, okay, you know, the prefrontal cortex heals up at 25 and I feel like my brain is like, all right, time to lock in. Yeah. You know, stop making stupid decisions and ruining your life.
Locking in. Yeah, no, it's awesome, man. And you're a good man, dude, Sam. You're going to do great things, and you already done great things so far, and you truly are a motivation, man. I hope you know that. You motivate more people than you think. Even though people might not tell you it's in person, you are, man. So never forget that. Yeah, dude, of course, dude. You're the one who motivated my fucking. Your crazy ass inspired the crazy ass in me to fucking do a half Ironman.
Let's go,
dude. I'm not seriously.
No,
dude, and that's enjoy
so what,
the process.
Well, do you have? What are your concerns going into this, or how do you?
Honestly, man,
this is like a longest race that you've.
Yeah, no.
So you're officially signed up.
Yeah, officially signed up, man. Dude, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because it's just. I don't know. It just never pushed my body so hard, but and then honestly, just listening to you so far, especially when you're saying the Ironman, just have fun, and you know what I mean. I said, you know what I mean, when I text you, hey, good luck, man, you're gonna kill, and you're like, hey, man, I'm just, I'm gonna cross the finish line, but it's mostly for the fun, and it is fun to challenge yourself. It is fun to see what you're capable of. It's fun to see how you react to. Are you gonna make a comedic situation when you trip and fall at mile 80 something when you're, you know what I mean? It's what's this life's about if we don't push ourselves, right? We don't see who we truly are.
Yeah. And
dude, you're doing exactly that. You're really pushing yourself in every way, shape, and form. And I guess I'm just nervous to see honestly, and that's the thing. Honestly, this is because we're talking about the power. Yeah. We're talking about the power of the mind. So it's I've been trying to work, and we were talking about earlier. It's I've been changing my mindset of always looking at the good or at least the benefit of a situation that's going to happen. And when I used to always look at the negative situation, so I was for example, my tire got flat. Well, what's the positive out of it? There's always, I don't know if you ever heard of Bob Proctor.
That sounds familiar. Like Procter & Gamble. I don't know. I have not heard of it.
No.
Shot in the dark.
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you now because you're going to love it. It's, I haven't been, I re-listened to it again yesterday finally because I used to keep a routine of listening to it to remind myself. But what what he talks about again is just if you have a negative thought and that comes through your mind, just throw it away, because what is the benefit of focusing on that negative thought? It's only going to make you either more anxious, more these more doubtful of yourself and the actions you're going to take, because the cost of inaction is more than the cost of wrong action. Because you're sitting there in action, you're like, oh damn, I'm deciding, you're still not doing it, and and I think the universe appreciates people who make a decision when it comes to their decision. Like, hey, I'm going to be an Ironman. Hey, I'm going to do this, and you dedicate everything you can. You can create that reality. Our minds are so powerful. If you focus on that idea, if you focus on anything, you can create it. You have the capability. Every single person who is watching has the capability to do what they want. And seeing you do it, it's I don't know, man. It's just the mind. The mind is so remarkable and beautiful, and we still have so much to learn. And listening to people like you who've gone through such treacherous things and seeing you smile through it, it's damn, it's possible, man. Yeah. But sorry, I'm rambling. I don't want to take up.
I don't think you're rambling. I think you're adding a lot of really good context. I think there's also an ultra runner named Andy Glaze. His handle is AM Glaze, but he has a quote that says, "Smile or you're doing it wrong." Ooh, and I love that, because again, you can either face these races, and whether they're racing or running or not, whether that's paying your mortgage or paying your bills or whatever, something that your brain shoots up the defense mechanism of oh, this is uncomfortable and I don't want to do this. That's all, that's a human condition. What you're talking about, I think, is important, of viewing it as a positive. And if it's a negative, I would even take that take a step further and think, okay, why am I viewing this so negatively? What is that, and I think this gets back into masculinity, where I think in a lot of us, there's just a little boy who at the end of the day, just wants to I don't know, just wants to be cared for and loved and feel significant. And I don't think that's just a dude thing. I think that's all of us. At the end of the day, we all want to be just loved and cared for and, treated in such a way that brings safety. Sorry. No. Actually, no, I'm not sorry.
Yeah, don't be fucking sorry, dude. Fuck you. Fuck you're sorry, all right? Because you're speaking facts.
Yeah. And yeah, I think the mindset is, there's another quote that's like, it doesn't matter if you think you can or think you can't. Either way, you're right. And so when I talk about like, I don't know who said it. Please look it up.
That's so good.
It's not my quote.
I'll put it in here into this.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah. But,
and that's helped me so much because, I talk about even when I did my first triathlon, or even like, earlier this year, my first marathon, people, it's always funny seeing people's reactions. Most of it is like, oh, how much? Or you're crazy,
yeah.
Or, you psychopath, or whatever it is, or okay. Or if it's like a runner, it's like, oh yeah, I used to do those in my day. Yeah. But like, it's so interesting that the people who aren't doing these races are almost, and this is nothing against them, it's consistently, oh, I can never do that. And it's like, and I always respond like, well, yeah, if you think that way. And if you think I might be able to do, fill in the blank, then yeah, that like primes you internally instead of like relying on external of like people telling you what to do, or, oh, you should do it this way, or, oh, you should do it that way, or, oh, like be mindful of this. It's like, no, like trust yourself, go within yourself and think, okay, a lofty goal is a lofty goal, but like, how can I give my brain enough experience and feedback to like actually start to believe that? And that applies for like way deeper things than just running. So I think it's what you said, like earlier said, like tricking the brain. I think it is like a tricking of the brain. Along with that, I would almost rephrase it ironically of you're training your brain, just like a muscle, right? Because we think like, oh, your physical health is different than your mental health. Well, your brain's a physical thing. And if you don't train it, then you might lose it. And then that gets back into just a lot of more like Alzheimer's and neuroscience and stuff like that. But, if you're 5 foot and you think, I'm going to be in the NBA, you might be able to, you might not be able to, right? So, and that's the other thing about goals is they might be too lofty, but it's not even necessarily about hitting that goal. It's about the journey to that goal, and you doing a lot of, and I found this in Ironman training or lack thereof, but specifically the race itself. You learn so much, and also for Ironman, like you're not allowed to have any music in your ears. It's just you.
Oh my, what?
It's just you and you. For like, it took me 15 hours, which I think the average is like less than that. Again, I wasn't focused on time. Finishing having fun, but no AirPods, no hype music, no David Goggins in my, no Jocko Willink, nothing.
My God, you just made another level of like, wow.
It's just internal dialogue. And
so what? Yeah, go ahead. Like, what was your like? Were you kind of because you were maybe because I know. I mean, in marathons, it's like the lock. You lock in, you kind of forget for you're like, oh dang, I'm back here. Like, were you more like locked in, where you kind of just don't even thinking of nothing, or was there certain thoughts that led to you to get to that process to get locked in? Well, like how?
I can't really explain it, ironically, but like for the swimming portion, I was feeling nervous. I was thinking, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? And that's the cool thing about goals is like if you think, can you do this? Like, only you can answer that. You have to figure that out, and you have to answer like your own, whatever's up in here, you have to answer that, but only you can answer that. Obviously there's so much support that goes into a lot of these things, but yeah, feeling nervous and thinking, I could cramp up like I've done in this swimming portion, and cramping while swimming is like the worst feeling ever because you can't like hold on to anything. You have to swim on your back and like try to stretch it out. So,
again, let's see. Oh, that's a nerd.
Yeah, and it's like you're like a mile out.
Yeah, I gotta swim a mile back in if I want to stretch.
Here we go, brother. We made it this far.
We're full in, baby. We're in this, Mr. Krabs.
Yeah,
I feel it now.
Yeah. You feeling now, Mr. Krabs? Yes. So yeah, what was going through my brain was just how thankful I am, and how privileged and fortunate and lucky and blessed, and like all these words that sum up of just, I think, just gratitude. I think that was probably the biggest thing that I was feeling. And it was such a cool moment too. At like one of the laps, people are gonna be like, God, he's got onions and
he's doing a lot of sweating. A lot of sweating.
My eyes are just sweaty. Deal with it.
It's there's no AC in here.
Yeah, just a fan. It's cold.
Yeah.
But at one moment, like, it was a dude named Michael in the swimming portion, and he again opened up about like his depression and how, like, you know, a year before the Ironman, like he felt really depressed, and he's like, I feel like God saved me and all this. And so that was like really like emotional for me. Even though I'm not emotional. But at one point during the swim, I looked and I was taking like a breath.
Yeah.
And I just saw another person swimming, because it's Panama City. It's in the Gulf of Mexico. So it's like kind of clear water. And just seeing like someone else swimming and like pushing through, and seeing someone else just, we're all out here in this ocean or in this Gulf swimming and doing all this stuff, and just thinking like, I know all the hardships and all the stuff that I've had to overcome, but like I'm surrounded by literally like 2,000 other people who have decided to like be crazy enough to take on this wacky idea of an Ironman. And again, people have done like so much harder things, but I don't care if it's an Ironman or a 5K. Like, you know, you're not alone, and it was such a powerful moment. I felt like, oh man, like we're literally all in this together. And I think that mentality should be applied to not just races. I think that's like, that should be, and that's what I'm aiming at trying to be my best in, of like we, instead of like me and, you know, it's me versus you or me versus them. It's like, no, like we're all just trying to do our best. And it doesn't matter really on the time, though it depends on your goals. But I think that was like the really cool moment that, you know, just looking and seeing that, my mindset kind of shifted of like, wow, this is super cool. And then the second loop, it got super, super choppy, and not super, super choppy, but pretty decently choppy. Yeah. And was like, man, like, again, like I have a body that works and people don't have that. I have a mind that works most of the time, and a lot of people don't have that. How cool is this? I think that just was like, especially on like the bike too. I got like sorted on the bike, and maybe mile like 8 or 10. I was like, how cool is this? I'm in Florida on these 2 tires and this aero bar that was gifted. Shout out to Maurice as well. He gifted me, or not gifted me, but let me borrow his aero bars. Which are just like bars that you put in the middle of the handlebars to be a little bit more aerodynamic.
I actually want to get those for I learned I need to get those for my last 100-mile ride. I was like, just to like chill, because oh my God. Those are definitely clutch.
Well, I guess I should say this off air, but if you need any like assistance or anything, like let me know.
No, I'll
try to answer best.
I'm picking your brain.
Yeah, please,
don't worry.
Do it. So then, for the bike, just how cool is this? But also like locking in, but as a fun challenge, like seeing people ahead of me and not drafting, because also that's not allowed on Ironman. So being aware of drafting. So yeah, it's when you're cycling, most of the time it's cycling when you're cycling right behind somebody, so that they're breaking the wind.
Yep.
And you're behind them, and it's a little bit easier for you. So and then you can rotate.
Okay. So they won't allow that. Okay, they won't allow you to do that. Okay, that makes sense. Yep.
So, and just thinking like, again, your 2 goals on this, Sam, is finish and have fun. So I can only figure out, or I guess have fun and finish. So I can only figure out that last one in like several hours. So let me just focus on have fun. And, you know, let me, you know, throw out some encouragement here and there, and other people are doing the same for me. And like, again, just enjoy the process and fall in love with the process, even though it's like effing hard. Try your best to fall in love with it. And it takes work. And I think that's also like applicable to a lot of things, is like, it takes work. I think you have to fight for peace. I think you have to fight for love. You have to fight, for unity, whatever that looks like. So yeah, did it go off?
Wait,
I don't see a red light.
Oh no. Okay, that's dead. Okay, yeah, okay. I was like, damn. I was like, I'm surprised that's still going. I was going to check too, so that's perfect timing.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, I think the main thought through it was just like, how cool is this? And I need to stop at every aid station and make sure I fill up on water and like the goos, the Martin goos that they have, or gels, and the solids, and just like, take a deep breath, lock up, load up, take your time. Reapply the nut butter, if I'm being real.
Yo, facts. That shit, that is a savior for the gooch. All right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you call it gooch.
The gooch? Why? What do you call it?
In a specific family group chat, we were talking, we were going back and forth about like taint, and then,
the taint, yo.
And my family's like, why are we doing, when I caught up on text after my Ironman, I was like, what? It was like 300 messages of just like taint, and I was like, we should just rename it to like Goochland.
Goochland.
That's, I think, also Old Radio City in Virginia. So
wait, really? Damn, talk about terrible. Yeah, I'm in Goochland. I'm in the Gooch lines.
But my Goochland was fine. Shout out to Squirrels and Nut Butter. Y'all are like, I never used them before, and I was like a new man on that saddle.
Yo.
They improved the cycling experience tremendously from my nether regions.
Smooth.
Yeah.
No, dude, Sam, I was going to say, we went way longer than 45, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. It's a great, I honestly, dude, thank you.
No, thank you, man. I thanks for setting up all your podcasting equipment, and I know it's a lot of work. And
no, dude, this isn't
time.
Nah, dude, this isn't work. This is something I was thinking about. Just, I love just hearing your story, hearing people's experiences, and realizing how much just how much related we are, but also like what story. Again, we don't know what the next person has gone through, and what and I love this. Is what I love to do, man. I love to. This isn't a job. I love it. But anyways, I'll shut up.
No. Well, can I press?
No, go. No, wait. What? Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I want to just ask, like, why do you love it? What is it about podcasting that, like, because I feel like a lot of people have one specific thing that like just somehow gets them inside.
Honestly, man, I like meeting people. I like just, because it's funny, because like if you ask myself, like, because my COVID, damn, see, we can keep going for another damn season.
We got flex.
I know. Okay, no, but
I don't want to. If you got your
no, you're good. I know you. I don't want to hold up. We did talk about timescales, but anyways, no, but I mean, back in 2019, again, my self confidence, my social skills, like I was like friendly and stuff, like I talk to people, but like my self confidence in myself was very lacking. I didn't believe I was I didn't believe I was cool. I didn't believe all this stuff. I didn't believe I could talk socially and articulate my thoughts and ideas well, and I didn't think people I was like, oh, people don't want to talk to me. I'm not cool, But then like, my friend asked me. Shout out to Gio.
Shout out to Gio. I don't even know you, but shout out.
Yeah, you should meet him. He's mad cool. Fucking but he's like, yeah, man. Like, what do you want to do? Because we were living together in California, growing weed, and the harvest was about to be over. He's like, what are you going to do?
California,
after this?
Baby.
Yeah, California, baby. California,
a sober guy.
Yeah.
California, boy.
Yeah. We go. Let's go.
They ain't the Beast Coast though.
Yo, dude, California is beautiful. Have you ever been?
I haven't. No, I haven't been out west yet.
You gotta go.
But I know I've been called San Fran. I think is on the list. I would like to go there. I've been told like San Fran I'd like San Fran. So
okay, I haven't been to San Fran. I've been to Los Angeles, and there's a lot of homeless poop there.
Homeless poop?
Yeah.
Not housed poop.
Oh,
you got just like poop in a small house.
That'd be funny. Some guy goes around the fucking streets and puts little houses on the poop on the road. Beep, beep. But no, it's just honestly, man, it's just. I was, what he asked me, I was like, oh man, I want to get into podcasting. He's like, really? I was like, yeah, I just want to talk to people and, hear their stories. And, because it's just like, I honestly, I've learned a lot of just don't judge a book by, its cover. I've had people come on the podcast and they completely like switched like who I thought. I was like, wow. I was like, damn, that's pretty cool, And again, you don't know what people have gone through.
No.
You really don't. It's helped me learn a lot about myself through others. Too, and I just love the experience, man. I think it's just simple because this is something I miss too. Because it helps me better again articulate my thoughts and emotions better, And, you know, that's why I ask God, you know, every day I have a mantra where I literally have a list where, you know, it's like I'm blessed to be, you know, to be able to communicate my thoughts clearly for everyone, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, and I'm still learning, you know, especially people who've been there since day one. Oh, that was dead too. Damn. We really have been going off today. I love it. Yeah, I love it. No, this is what it's supposed to be though. And that's the thing is like a lot of people, I feel like that's what's been missing too, is just conversation and, you know, being open, man. And dude, thank you, man. Cause you definitely, like, I appreciate you being comfortable enough to, you know, just be yourself. And and that's why I want, honestly, I think, I want to be, because my people pleasing stuff, I think to answer your question is just to kind of be like a therapist, you know, to just talk to people. Because especially during COVID, everyone was, you know, we're still hurting from that, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there still hurting from that.
Yep.
Felt like they've been heard, or they're still going through the pain of maybe losing a loved one or a job, significant change in their life. Everyone has gone through that. Yeah. You know. But
yeah. No, absolutely. And I think like we're all still.
Siggy's that you guys are missing it now because you can't see it, but he's like digging in that fucking pillow. Yeah. Maybe his his Buc-ee's is right there, so I don't know.
You know, I think like there's always like we're all only, unless again we are intentional enough to look below the iceberg. Like we only see the tip, but like you don't see like all that's underneath and like all why people are the way that they are. And I think like if we have just like enough curiosity and enough patience, both like and just enough care and kindness, like I think like we're gonna be fine. and that's a step-by-step process though, and it's really, really hard. But you know, again, like that Michael guy with the swimmer, like, you know, he told me like we're gonna be fine, we're gonna be good. And just hearing that, like, you know, I feel like my brain is like, that's a cop out, and that's just, you know, like a lot of times my brain doesn't feel that way. And you know, I think there is a lot of power in that piece. And I think like there's multiple ways to try to get that. But I think there's like a main way to get that. And I think that's like really where the power comes from. And that's still hard for me to kind of talk about and articulate, because there's definitely, and I'm sure you're the same way, like there's been things in my life that I just like can't just like talk away or like psychologize away. Yeah. Like definitely had experiences that I'm like, okay, like there's too many coincidences happening, and I'm not like I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious.
Just a little salt of it, you know, just a little pepper.
Yeah. A little salt and razzle-dazzle. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, I think like it's important now more than ever to sit down and like what you're doing.
Nah, it's all right, dude. You're in the zone.
Yeah. What you're doing. What you're doing is, I think, is really important. And I don't think, and I speak to myself as well as everyone and you, is like, you don't undervalue this. Like, don't think like, oh, this is just my, like, no, like, it's important. And it's, I've actually recently come up with a mantra for myself. If you want to hear it.
Yeah, no, yes, okay. Dude, yes.
And this is like really applicable, and this goes into more like therapy, psychology stuff. But just, you know, I also really relate with the, I don't feel cool enough, or, you know, I feel like I don't fit in, or
being the youngest, I think you would understand. I think we but anyways, go ahead. I would love to hear your mantra.
Yeah, so it's just 4 things, and yeah, it's, I guess before it said, I'll just say it. I'm in my head. You are loved. Gotta release these emotions.
Yeah, like, hey.
I am blubbering like a baby on this podcast. Nicely done.
Well, at least no one can see it now. At least this is the part where they can hear
my tears.
Yeah, they can hear the sweat.
Yeah. It just is. Yeah, you were loved. You were strong. You were capable, and you are enough. And that's been like totally world shattering for me. Because a lot of the times, and I'm sure you can relate, it's like myself and a lot of people, like, we don't feel that way. And so I've shifted it from you were loved, you were strong, you were enough, and you were capable, to I am loved, I am strong, I am enough, I'm capable.
And you are, Sam. Sir Iron Chef Sam. You are loved.
I hope
you
I
are
seasoned my chicken well.
Yeah, yes, you did. Guys, I'm telling you, I got into the house and this man had chicken with some zucchini and some carrots and tomatoes. Oh, it was delicious also. This Caucasian man knows how to put some spices.
Not just salt and pepper on my chicken.
Nah, man, it's
chicken.
Man, it's beautiful, man. This was. Thank you for reminding me why I do this.
Well, thanks for doing it, man.
No, man, thank you. I went without you to share your story. I have nothing. No one wants to listen to just me. I don't have enough. I don't have enough of life experience to share.
What if you repeated the mantra?
You can't see it. Never mind. There's no video.
I can't be the only one crying here.
Yeah, in fact, no, I'm not gonna lie. You almost got me one day. I was like, damn, hold it in. Hold it in the tears.
Can't let them know I got emotions.
Yeah, facts. I don't got no emotions. But Sam.
No, you
thank you, man.
You can do it or you can't do it. Either way, that's my mantra that I've been trying to believe, and it's hard. So thank you.
Hey, great things in life aren't easy.
This is true.
Hey, shit. You know what I mean? What's the value in it if it's easy? Just like, it's you have more value when you work for it. So, you mean? Shit.
Yep.
But Sam, before we sign off, do you want to say anything else or how people could support you, find you, follow you, see you in your next Ironman crazy adventure?
Oh, yeah. Well, I am on Instagram as Slam96. There's a backstory to that name, but
okay,
you'll have to ask me in person.
Y'all gotta find them now in the next Ironman.
You can find me at Slam96 on Instagram, or just look up Sam Broughton on Strava, and I think my name is all in caps.
On
Strava?
I think so. Yeah, I'll put it on there. I'll put up the link and everything.
Cool. I also have a website, but it's kind of in the works. But you can also email me at movementisagift@gmail.com.
All right.
So.
All right, fam. Sam, thank you so much for your time, man. Seriously. I appreciate you.
Let's go. You're the man.
Yay! Yep. Thank you, guys. And as always, thank you for listening to the podcast. But most importantly, do the best you can for yourself and the people around you, because you know why? You deserve it. Have a great one, and see y'all in the next episode.